Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Central Virginia fishing report with Ethan Martin at TaleTellers Fly Shop. How you doing, Ethan?
I'm doing great today. How are you doing today?
Just trying to kind of thaw out a little bit. We got a fair amount of ice down here in Charlotte.
Yeah, we got about the same ice and snow this past weekend, so lots of fun.
Yeah, so, we were talking about that before we started recording. It's still pretty cold in Central Virginia, so all that precipitation hasn't found its way into the rivers, but when it starts to melt, what should folks expect?
Well, looking at this upcoming weekend, I can tell you're going to be expecting some cold. The temps, lows and highs, both of them are pretty close to freezing. So, in all reality, I mean, it is possible that some of those smaller brook trout streams will freeze over. I've been out plenty of times before where in the dense portion of winter, like what we got right now, they'll freeze over completely. And the fish will survive. They find the deep holes. They know how to survive when that happens. But that is a possibility with the temps being in like 34 to 35 is our high here in Lynchburg, which means, your mountains are typically 2 to 3 degrees cooler. And so that is a possibility if you are going out this upcoming weekend. If you're looking at like the James or, our bigger waters like Southern Lake, those places, it's going to be cold. I mean, that's the main thing. And as is typical in the winter, any of your game fish that are near frozen, if the water temps are 38 to maybe 42 degrees, those fish are cold and they're going to be lethargic and they'll be deep just trying to survive. Now, they will eat if you find a fish that's, got the right mood, but it's not going to be a mind-boggling, super crazy, great day unless we get some peculiar, sunspots or increase in temperature. So this is the time to be tying.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say my rule of thumb is, if it's not going to get up to about 40 degrees, I kind of stay at home and do exactly what you're saying is tying. And I know, you're a smart entrepreneur, so that's what happens in the wintertime in Central Virginia. I bet you have some events at the shop you want to let folks know about.
Yeah, we do. We've got Fly Tying 101 events that are happening on Thursdays and then as well as some Saturdays. And the ways people can see those is if you go onto our website and you just click the calendar button. It'll give you the calendar of events. So some of that are on the Thursday nights. That may be harder for somebody that's not local. Although I've had people drive I had a guy drive from Raleigh once. But he might be a listener too. So. And then our Saturday events are definitely going to be popular, and that's doing them at 10:30. So it'll be about 10:30 to 11:30, 11:45, somewhere in that range, depending on how much I talk. So, you can bring your significant other. They can go power around downtown, go to the market, go get coffee or something, or they can come to the class. And then, after the class is over, the shop will still be open. We're going to meet up in the little classroom that we've made. And you can RSVP for those events if you'd like. But basically, it's just a way to teach people how to tie flies for free. I mean, we've got all the stuff. Just show up, and we're going to be tying some trout flies to start. But I will say my brain has been thinking about some smallmouth flies as well. So we'll probably be tying a couple of those. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And, folks, we love questions on the Articulate Fly. You can email them to us, drop them in the comments on our social media posts, send them to us on our Facebook or Instagram page. And if we use your question, I will send you some Articulate Fly swag, and we'll be entering a drawing for some cool stuff from the shop at the end of 2022. And like we mentioned last time, Ethan, as a reward for all the folks that sent in questions in 2021, I put all their names in a hat, put the Google random number generator on them, and pulled the name out of the hat. And the winner is Alan Suford. Alan, I hope I've got your last name correct. And
you got it.
Did I nail it?
You got it correct.
There you go. Well, and Ethan, why don't you tell him what he won?
He won a $100 gift card.
Well, that's
so you
awesome.
can put that to good use with some more bucktails so you can go tie some striper flies.
Yeah, well, there you go. Hopefully you've got some of those like Battleship Gray bucktails that you had earlier.
Oh yeah, I got plenty.
Well, that's great. Well, listen, Alan, I will hook you up with Ethan by email, but it sounds like you may know him. You may beat me to the punch. But, folks, it's chilly. My rule of thumb is if it's not above 40, I'm not going to go fish. And you probably owe it to yourself to tie some flies. And so maybe stop by, see Ethan, or, sit down at your vise at home and watch a little playoff football and crank out some flies. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Ethan.
Tight lines.